Hello and welcome to my gallery here in southwest France. I'm Diana, I'm a watercolourist, and today I'm up in my apartment. It's rather damp and wet outside, and so I thought we'd choose a cosy subject. Light shining through glasses, how we can portray that with watercolour, how we can create that sparkle. We're going to use salt and lots of lovely rich colours to create a picture which will be every bit as cosy as the room I'm sitting in just now. So stay with me and let's paint. Now, as you can see, I have my paper prepared here. It's Fabriano Artistico 300 gram 100% cotton paper with a rough texture. And I've drawn two wine glasses, and I've also used masking fluid to highlight certain sparkly areas. I've left spaces here because obviously someone's holding the glasses. This one's slightly tilted, and so it obviously needs someone holding it. But I'm not worrying too much about the hands because I'm going to apply the background and indeed the whole of the colour in one hit and then go into the detail. And this is something we often do with watercolours, as you know. I have my palettes prepared here. Well, I say prepared, the colours are here, but I haven't got all the colours going yet. I have a yellow here with transparent yellow and new gamboge yellow, a mix of reds on both these palettes. We have Perylene Violet, which is a colour I sometimes use, Scarlet Lake here, I think this is Windsor Red Deep, then I have Transparent Orange and Scarlet Lake. So lots of lovely rich colours to enjoy, 2 pots of water and a size 10 mop brush, which is a pointed brush. And also I have salt grains here because I want to add a sparkly effects to the background, and I'm going to use the salt crystals to help me to achieve that. So we're all set to go. Let's paint. Now the first thing I'm going to do with my mop brush is to wet an area about 2 centimetres wide around the edge of the paper, just with clean water, because I don't want any harsh edges in the background, and the colour that I'm going to apply will be strong colour, not too much diluted, and I don't want harsh edges around the edge. So I'm starting with my yellow palette with transparent yellow and new gamboge and applying it vertically. You can see that the masked areas show up more as we apply the paint, and I'm really kind of creating a stripy effect which won't stay stripy for long. Once the colour is applied, I can drop colour in too to enrich it, because I want these colours to be strong. So make sure on your palettes that the colours you use are strong enough and not too much diluted with water. I'm going in now with the transparent orange and some Scarlet Lake, putting it by the side of the yellow so it starts to blend. And finally the Perylene Violet, which is a beautiful rich red. Doesn't look much like violet, but that's the name of the colour. and I'm making sure that the colours touch one another and start to blend. The area around the edge of the paper then absorbs the colour, and so we don't have harsh edges around the edge. I've spotted more of the darker red in too. It looks quite messy, so don't worry if it does look messy when you get to this stage. Just leave it to blend itself. And now with just a damp mop brush, I'm taking out the colour inside the glass. Because there's masking fluid around the edge of the glass, the colour won't be as keen to rush in and fill the gap. So we can maintain a lighter area, and this is to help with all the reflections that we see in the glass with the light behind. And so keep your mop brush just damp, use a tissue to mop off the excess colour, and follow the curve of the glass so that if colour remains, it does follow the form of the glass. Now I have my salt, fine grain, and I'm being very careful not to add too many grains stuck together. Because I didn't wet the interior of the paper to begin with, the colour is very concentrated, it's not too wet. This means that each individual grain of salt will have a maximum impact on the colour surface. So now we've left it to dry, and you see exactly what the grains of salt, the effect they have achieved. Quite spectacular, really. And now I'm adding more colour to the interior of the glasses, to the level of the wine, the level of the liquid in the glass. And I'm wetting the area first and then spotting some colour in. This brush isn't big enough, I need a bigger brush, so let's change it. There we are, use the mop brush instead. That carries more paint, and we can then move it on the wet surface. A little drop of Scarlet Lake at the bottom of the glass, and it will naturally move and give that iridescent, sparkly look. It's all about contrast, this picture. And again, the glass which is fuller, we can do the same thing. I have left the masking fluid on in the interior. All the bubbles and the flashes of light are still protected with masking fluid, as is the exterior of the glass. So it's looking even more like we have liquid in the glass. So now I can start gently to remove the masking fluid just with my finger, and try not to be too abrasive, but you will feel it under your fingertips, and just brush gently till it peels off. Don't be tempted to use a rubber or an eraser. Use your fingertips, well, the pad of your finger really. And any stray particles of salt should be brushed from the painting at this stage as well. If they're left on, the paper they'll absorb water again, moisture, and become damp. So that's important. And now I want to go in with the detail. So I have my zero liner. And now it's all about contrasts. We've removed the masking fluid and we have areas of light. And so I'm adding darker colour alongside those areas of light, not on them, but alongside, to emphasise the contrast. This is quite fun to do because the picture really comes alive, and the little frosted drops of moisture and the bubbles in the glass can also be emphasised in the same way. I'm using the Perylene Violet here, which is the strongest colour that we've used, and just adding a little curve of colour to the bottom of the droplet, the air droplet. Hope you can see it clearly enough, because they are quite tiny. It's been a fun picture to do this. If you get the chance, have a try, have a go. It was really fun to do and very cheerful to paint in the depths of winter. More contrast using the Scarlet Lake and a touch of transparent orange. And the second glass just have the same treatment. I've really decided not to do much about the hands. I've decided to miss out the hands almost totally and just concentrate on the glasses. So I'm going to add a little bit more painting on the stem of the glass just to give that continuity. I think the picture is working without that. But let me know what you think. Send me your comments. I really always appreciate your comments. Just following the stems of the glasses down now to the foot, where we can add more shading. I actually had a hiccup filming this procedure, and in the end I had to redo some of the frames, and so we actually have two pictures, which you'll see at the end of this short video. But that was good. It was an enjoyable experience. Just emphasising the level of the liquid in the glass. And there we are. And here is my sparkly, colourful, festive picture. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it's inspired you to try a sparkly, happy, colourful picture, colourful watercolour for this festive season. I think I'm pleased with the result. It's very cheerful and full of fun. Till the next time, and also I'd like to wish you all the best for the new year 2026. Happy painting in the meantime, and please, if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your comments. Till the new year, thank you for watching. All the best. Bye.